Good morning, it's Thursday the 28th of May, it's just coming up to 6:20 and hubby has left for work a little while ago, and I do apologise for the state I looked yesterday. Happy bunny again this morning. Yeah, it wasn't too bad day yesterday. I got a few bits done, not as much as I wanted to do, but I stayed positive. Said I did ache and everything, you get sometimes quite a rough day and everything, don't you? But I did stay positive and I'm happier. At least my hair looks a little bit better than it did yesterday. I got so hot, sugar levels got quite low as well, and with my knee I think it was just a combination of everything. But I did get my bath, although I don't normally bath sort of going up to 9 o'clock at night, but I did last night while the guys were watching something on TV. So and they enjoyed their roast beef dinner, although it was a little bit late. I think it was about 7:30, 8:15 when we ate, but they enjoyed it, and we had the fan on, so it was a bit cooler. I thought, we've got to do fresh potatoes and veg. I meant to have recorded it, the meal, because I wanted to do 7 days of meals, but I might have to restart that, and I want to do a segment on different meals. I did say to a subscriber that I wanted maybe a week to concentrate more on menus, packing up and that sort of thing, just to try and change it up a little bit. I was a little bit disappointed because I couldn't get a VIP Iceland slot. I did contact them, but I don't think, may not get any response, because in between I've had the Morrison's meat box, so my youngest son who lives with us is off tomorrow, so he may be going to Tesco's tomorrow. We shall see with the list, see how things go anyway. I'm okay. I did have to scrounge up something for today due to the fact that I couldn't get an Iceland slot for today, so we're having steak today. It was originally fresh steak, and I got pork steaks as well, and they were both fresh, but I froze them in the end. I think it was when I had a Iceland and a sort of Morrison's fresh meat box. That family meat box is absolutely gorgeous, well worth the money. Well, I thought it was. The only problem is you can't have 2 boxes, else I would have had the meat one, and I would also have had the fresh produce one. I know there's about maybe 8 different boxes you can have. There's even, I think now, a vegetarian box. They only allow you 1 box at a time, else I would have had, like the fresh fruit and veg one and the fresh meat, and that would have done us the week. But they only allow you 1 box at a time. Yes, I do have my pyjama top still on. It's quite warm. It's 71 at the moment. It's a bed, hair and pyjama day t-shirt. Yeah, but I thought I'd quickly do an intro. I do feel a little bit guilty because time seems to run away with us with this lockdown business, and we've missed Mother's Day, 3 birthdays so far. Yeah, 3 birthdays. That's my mother's, that's my brother and my eldest son. We've missed sort of Easter. These are all occasions I normally have get-togethers or do something. And also, I've got some cards here. Hubby does apologise. He did remember, and we did wish each other happy anniversary. We're celebrating 32 years of marriage today, although obviously he's at work, so I'm going to try and make an effort and scrounge up as something nice for dinner. So we're having steak. I think we're going to do peas and chips or something. Getting a bit emotional here. This is Whit Week. We are normally away this week, and when he used to work for Express Lifts, he always had Whit Week off, and we always spent the week down Cornwall. We did actually celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary in Cornwall at the Eden Project, and we went out for a steak meal. our 30th wedding anniversary we spent in Cornwall as well. As I said, we was hoping to go to Cornwall for 2 weeks. This year we didn't actually get as far as booking up, which we normally do beginning of the year, or if not the previous year, but we didn't. I don't know why. Something must have happened. I don't know. I was feeling very rough at the beginning of the year, and I was waiting on a few hospital appointments. I think possibly that might have been the main reason why we didn't book a lot of holidays up, and I think 2, maybe 3 of our breaks was cancelled, but we got all our money back on those. Hubby has booked up a break at the farm for July, for a long weekend, to get the caravan checked over. The only thing is we started, we had 1 weekend in the caravan. We stocked it up, we made the bed up and everything, and was hoping to go back. Well, we'd booked to go back a fortnight after that, and then we were going to go away, you know, a couple of weeks or something, but fortunately because the lockdown didn't happen. So I did say to hubby we might have to strip the bed and everything. I'd like to check on the caravan, I must admit, maybe have a drive out to the lockup, but we or hubby has to, might have to try and contact to see if we can get to the through to the office to see whether they've put any extra padlocks on, because obviously with the lockdown and everything, I'm not sure if they can do that. Probably a few weeks ago, when you could only go to your appointments and you know, food shop and that sort of thing, you know, and or work if you had to go out to work. But I'm not sure it would be, I mean, it's quite a large area. It's on the edge of another farm. So I'm wondering whether we can have a drive out to go and check on our caravan. So yeah, I'm sure it was funny. I was so excited to get out in the car. I hadn't been in the car for ages, and on Sunday, we went to the tip. I'm sorry if it wasn't amusing or exciting, but I'm getting emotional here. It was just change of scenery. And seeing other people, even if you were shouting from the car, because obviously they were keeping their distance and everything. So hopefully you'll follow me in my day. I had planned to do all my housework yesterday, but as soon as I woke up, I did feel a little bit rough, but I feel okay. But I'm just going to take it one step at a time. We are not too bad today. I've got some, I was sorting DVDs out there, and I've got piles because I want to do a entertainment or what we've been watching and everything. So that's there. And my son had a parcel. I just want to turn it away because of my details. So I'll take that away for a minute. Sorry if you're looking at the poofy or something. And this is what we have. Well, he's purchased. He likes everything on Blu-ray. He's got the DC Legends of Tomorrow. I remember seeing the first few episodes, so I'll be excited to watch these. So he's got 1 to 3 there, and is this number 4? Yeah, that's number 4. So yeah, I remember seeing some of the episodes. I know we're a bit of TV buffs and movie buffs, but said when the guys have been working all week, you know, long hours or long day, they want to come back and relax. At weekends we try and do a little bit, but even then our son works Saturdays, not working Sundays at the moment as he normally does. And I do have the coffee run is my cardio, so I'm gonna take it very slowly today. I did take the bandage off of my knee last night before I had my bath, so I might finish changing my cushion covers. But I did feel that I got something accomplished, laundry and everything. So, as I said, I'm just nattering away and showing you around. Pretty good, because we did actually reset the home last night. I think the guys knew that I felt really rough, and I want to thank Anne again. As I said, I love this summer bit with the candles, and said these are the battery operated candles, and it's something you can do because obviously it's safe, and you can decorate them with anything to match your decor. And this beautiful card, so I've left those up, just a little bright amongst all the owls. So yes, so bit of a natter this morning. I've got some laundry. I have that one pile of laundry left on my dining table, got put away, and don't know whether it's going to be a cleaning video or not. I'm not sure yet. I do want to try and make an effort with dinner today, so it might be a pot around a day, just a general, getting things done. Hubby keeps saying, surely we haven't got any more laundry. I can always find laundry, but then again, it is Thursday today, so the beds will be coming up. Although my son has actually not been sleeping in his bed, he's just been lying on top, and it's got a very thin blanket if he needs to. And basically we've just rolled the quilt down as well, so yeah, but I still like to freshen up, and sometimes I can do them 2 or 3 times in a week if it's really warm, and obviously I can't go out, so yeah, I'm sorry if you find my videos a little bit boring. Gardening, I have not done so many. It seems as though I'm always gardening, although they are very plain. I'd love to go to a garden centre or something, or even somewhere like B&M to get some plants. I don't think it's something hubby would do. Going to get plants or something. Yeah, that's another thing. So I did show my little fairy garden. Well, that's actually my granddaughter's fairy garden. I did buy a few pieces for Easter, which hopefully when the lockdown's over, she can come and add to her fairy garden. I can see it going into a bigger pot eventually, because we only started with a small pot. But it's the only little bit of colour I've got in my garden actually, so I need to get some pots or something, and I got some compost and get some plants in. Maybe we shall see. So we don't normally bother the last couple of years with plants due to the fact that we are normally away in our caravan a lot, so it's one less thing to worry about. So yeah, so I'm going to have my coffee and see what the day brings. Yes, I've made an effort today, being it's our anniversary and everything, and it looks like this is not going to be a cleaning video, as I've been on the phone a number of times, and I reckon I must have spent about maybe 3 hours the day, if not longer, on the phone today. A good friend of mine checked up on me. She actually runs our local community centre, and she runs the wellbeing one, as I do the crafting and everything, and she's doing crafting hopefully today, so we shall see if she sends me pictures later or in the next couple of days of pieces that she's done. She made some beautiful cards which I included in my crafting gallery, the second lockdown one, and yeah, it's not been a bad day. Very sluggish, but I did make an effort, and although I said I wouldn't put any coloured jewellery on, this is quite a low top, but I've got me beads on, and I got this bracelet to match. As I said, I decided to disperse with the cleaning video. You've probably seen a clip again of all the fluff, and this will probably last a few more days yet. And yeah, because of all the fluff, I have to be careful, even with nets up and windows open. It seems to get everywhere, and I was going to dust, and I thought, well, yeah, can clean as I did the bathroom, but as I was cleaning the bathroom yesterday, the fluff was coming in. I haven't had my front door, should say my back door open, although I've got those that curtain that goes down. But today what I did was I actually took my laundry bin and peg bag out and closed the back door, just because the fluff was just coming in, even with the curtain up. So yeah, so it's very warm out, so I've stayed away from that for today. Probably won't be doing anything out there. I really need to get my fencing painted and the hammer writing done. So yeah, so I'm just taking a casual time today and just potting around. I've done my 30-minute tidy up anyway, and my 10-item pickup and my laundry. Yeah, I had a subscriber ask about, well, she called it the traffic light system, which you could look at it, I suppose, red, orange and green. But I say it's cold, warm and hot. And that's how I store things, and I'll just quickly explain this. Hot is something you place in your home or when you're organising, and it is to something that you frequently use. It's got to be something that's accessible. You don't have to keep moving stuff to get at it, that sort of thing. And it's sort of a level, well, the lower down the better actually, but at a level that's comfortable and easy to get at. Now, so that is hot. Warm is something that you could place towards maybe a back of a cupboard, but still fairly easy, accessible. Something that you probably won't use frequently, but you need to keep it because you may use it from, you know, sort of time to time. And then you have the cold. Now this is something that, like me, I would put high up in a cupboard, or, you know, away, or maybe boxed up or something that you absolutely have to keep. Again, this is something rarely used, but I know a lot of people would say, well, get rid of it. But if it's something that you can afford to get rid of and maybe borrow the item or whatever, fair enough. But if it's something like memory boxes or something like that, something that can't be replaced, and you don't want to replace it, then obviously yes, that can be stored somewhere you know, out the way. If you sort of I don't know, organise your seasonal clothes, for instance, because you know I've said this, I leave all mine accessible anyway, but I just move them from slide to slide, so mine might be more hot and warm method rather than cold, but some people might wrap up their winter coats or put them somewhere else, or move them to another space in the home. I'm not like that. I just keep them in the same space. I just move them maybe more towards the front of the wardrobe. So that's what it means by the hot, warm and cold method, and I have used this all my adult life, whatever I'm doing actually, you know, and it just works for me. So you could use the traffic light system, but that's how I look at it anyway, and it works. Like seasonal items, like the loft, to me would be a cold area, because that is storage for say suitcases and seasonal decor, like all the Christmas decorations. And I'm not going through all this because you know me, I do keep a lot of decor pieces for the different seasons. So that's what the loft I would call as a cold area, because I don't I've only been up there a few times. I don't like ladders anyway. We are trying. We have got a pull down ladder, but we still haven't done the access properly. So yeah. So usually hubby, oh, my son goes up in the loft. So I just wanted to clarify that, and also I know I've gone about it. There's a few items that I have in place to keep tidy and organised. It doesn't matter what time of year, it doesn't matter what day it is, and it doesn't matter about the lockdown. I always do my 30 minutes tidy up, which you know, it's just like doing breakfast pots, you know, just make sure the beds are made, that sort of thing. Just generally tidy up. It includes usually at least a 10 item pickup. Now you might think, well, what have you got to pick up? I'm talking about if happen to leave a cup down or something, or around, or like me and hubby, after I've done the packing up, because we've got a kitchen diner, he may leave his mug on the table, and I probably, so I'll remove those and that sort of thing. And you know, it just could be anything. If a blanket's been left out or anything like that, you know, that just helps, and that really helps me to start my day anyway. But also it is very handy if you're not feeling well, because you can look around your home to a certain extent, and I can think, well, I'm not feeling well today, or I'm feeling rough, or I'm having not a brilliant day, but I've done the bare essentials, and the house or your home or your space is tidy. It could be just a room, it doesn't have to be your old home. And you know, you don't, well, I don't feel so guilty, if that makes sense. And at least the guys can come home to a relatively fairly clean, tidy home if I do that. And also at least one laundry, although as I said, I've been washing everything. I'm starting to wash and make sure all the thick fleece jackets are washed. Try not allow too much to build up in my haul, so hopefully when I bring the washing in this evening, it hopefully won't be covered in fluff, because hopefully, you know, it seems to be, I think, part of the afternoon it seems to get worse, you know. I think it also depends which way the breeze is, or the wind, to, you know which way it's coming over. So I just wanted to clarify that, as I said, if you can do a 30-minute tidy up, which I say any breakfast pots, make your beds and things, it makes a lot of difference. Your 10 item pickup, it doesn't have to be 10 items, I just usually do 10 items, and one load of washing, laundry. That's what I do. Even if I was going out, I would do that sort of thing. It just means that when I come back into the home, this is before lockdown obviously, I hadn't got a lot to do. Resetting, that's something else that's come up. Usually on a Monday, I have a bit more of a reset day due to the weekend, because it was delayed by a day because we had a bank holiday Monday. Although hubby had 3 days off this weekend, so we had a long weekend. Our son did work Saturday, but he had Sunday, Monday, so he enjoyed it because he had 2 days off. So this is where I'm going. It's just maybe the extra laundry. You know, sometimes I try, or we do try, and have a reset at night, because that does help for the next day. And you know, making sure the cushions are not on the floor. Sometimes they throw them on the floor. Because I have cut down on cushions in the lounge. I usually have a lot more. And you know, just making sure if there's any crockery, it's at least found it into the kitchen, into the bowl, and that sort of thing. And making sure that the clothes are ready for the next day. It just helps that start of the day, especially for if you've got a work day. So that helps for the morning. So going back on reset day usually on a Monday, but this week it's been on a Tuesday. It might be extra washing, just you know, getting back into a routine after the weekend. It's worse when it's holiday time or something, do you know what I mean? The things that I can't necessarily or want to do when family's around, you know, yeah, they don't want to keep saying, oh, pick your feet up, oh, I've done this, I'm hoovering and things like that. I've got a little bit behind with the cleaning this last week due to the fact that, again, I call it fluff that comes everywhere. So no, sooner for you've wiped something or whatever or hoovered, and you know it's all over the floor and everything. Yeah. So I thought I'd give a quick, well, it's not even a quick nattering. This is more about a vlog today, I think. I've had quite a few phone calls. As I said, I've spent about 3 hours, I think, maybe on the phone. My friend said from the community centre, she phoned me, and we did end up on the phone for a good length of time. I spoke to our son, our eldest son, wishing us happy anniversary, and I thanked him for the card and everything, and I probably will be showing you that. That is beautiful. My daughter-in-law, when she has time, because they have got a 2-year-old, and although she's on furlough now, they were both working full-time at home with lockdown with a 2-year-old, but she's managed to be able to get paid and have some time looking after her daughter, our granddaughter, while our son works from home. They're home. They don't live with us. They're not too far away. I'd say maybe about half an hour's drive, 3/4 an hour drive, so it's not too far away. But yeah, I think sometimes they might have a few problems. I think they've got a system going, because obviously Daddy being home and she's used to his attention, although it's been a couple of months now, I think. You know, trying to work even though she knows her daddy's there, and why is he working at home? Why isn't she getting the attention, sort of thing? She's our little munchkin, and she's so sweet, but I'm sure they've got their systems in place. We do FaceTime, so yeah, it'd be nice when I can finally hold her, I must admit. I do miss that an awful lot. After that, say it was a friend from the community centre. After that, it was my aunt. While I was on my mobile, she was ringing the landline, and she's also my godmother, and so I rang her back. Then I spoke to my mum and dad, and then another friend rang. So I got totally sidetracked, and I didn't mind. It was quite a social day actually, but I really enjoyed, you know, all the conversations and catching up with family and friends. So thank you for all the good wishes and all the phone calls. So I'm going to show you the card my granddaughter made us, and I love it to bits. I love anything that's homemade, and I've mentioned Anne as well from Crafty Batty. She's made me a few cards and pieces as well. Thanks very much. It's always nice to receive homemade gifts, and I do miss the pictures. I have seen them on FaceTime from my granddaughter. She's sort of lifted them up, you know, her art and everything. Let me show you the card my daughter-in-law made. Right, so this is the card I've received from our son, daughter-in-law and granddaughter. This lovely envelope, and she's printed it in different colours. I just love, you know, things like this, especially when they're handmade. And this beautiful like tape, I believe it might be like material washi tape like I've used, and then she's used the hearts on there. These are the wooden ones, so very nice. And then just put this on the back with the heart, so everything can actually, I can reuse, so that is really gorgeous. And then this is the card, and got with love. You know what, when I seen this and looked at it, I thought I'm going to have to do another junk journal, maybe all in pastel colours, and I will definitely be using this in another junk journal once I've, you know, I might start a second one and have 2 on the go, and in pastel colours. The same, the other one is in creams and black and things like that. So yeah, and just made it beautiful in these different papers. And again, we've got some more of those wooden pieces. I say this lovely bit of card with the bird on and the flower, and then inside she's put these little bits here. As I said, this will go lovely in a junk book. And then 2 cards with this beautiful ribbon. This one I am not going to actually show because it's got a private message on, but it's basically wishing us a happy anniversary. And then this one, again, beautiful cards, and this, it's my favourite colours actually because it's got the lilacs and the purples and everything in, again with the ribbon. And then you turn it round, and this was actually a photograph of me and hubby at Christmas time. I was trying to work out at first where it was, but because I'm wearing my t-shirt, this is when we went to the children's carol service at Christmas, and they had Santa and everything. But yeah, there's me and hubby. So again, lovely, and I am definitely going to cherish this and reuse this. As I said, I'm going to put this in, this is going to be the start of another junk book, I think. So I just wanted to include that, and thank you very much.
Just how Denise likes it.
Alright, I've taken my jewellery off because I'm just about to have a bath. Hubby actually cooked dinner. It was rump steak, and we also had pork steaks. And what it was, he does his steak sauce. So that was a surprise because I know he's been to work all day. So that was very enjoyable. As I said, we couldn't really do a lot for our anniversary due to the fact that obviously on lockdown and everything. So, but it was an enjoyable day, as I said, with phone calls with family and friends, and hubby cooking a meal this evening. Just, you know, finished the day off lovely. I'm just about to have a bath and put my comfy PJs on. So I'm wearing lightweight. When I'm lounging around, I just normally wear pyjama bottoms and a t-shirt, but sometimes I do actually change, depending on how hot it is, change into shorts and t-shirt. So I'm going to finish the video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I said it's more of a chat vlog today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.